Hi Kirsty, Brian here of course. I just thought I would run through how you can add your own blog posts to the website. It's really simple. So you go to your website /WP admin, and then you're presented with this page here, and you put in the password that was sent to you. Kirsty is your username, and I think lowercase Kirsty123 is the password, and then log in. Once you are logged in, you'll be presented with this dashboard. Now there might be some things up here. Don't worry about any of these. They're not used, so you can just disable them, and we'll dismiss the notices so we don't have those there. And so let's go through the side here. We have posts. This is your blog posts, and within the blog posts, this tab is for all the posts. This is when you want to add a new one, and you're going to want to make some categories as well. The media is where all your images are stored. Pages are pretty much preset. That's your about page, but you can go there if you want to make changes. The templates you really don't need to touch at all. This is all the templates for each of the pages, and it's how the pages are laid out, but it's there in case we want to make a change to a template. That, for example, we want to make a change to the header or the telephone number or something. Elements and presets are also not used. Comments, you might get comments coming into the website, and a little number will come here, and hopefully you won't, because people do try to spam websites these days. Your profile and the tools you won't need to touch either. So let's start with posts. First of all, let's look at all posts. There's probably only one post there at the moment, which is the one that I put here for you. So this is the post, and when you cover it, you can see you have selections on here. We can edit it. We have a quick edit where we can change the date and the title of it. The bin is if we want to delete it. When you delete it, it doesn't delete. It's a two-stage delete. I've put something in the bin already at test 1, so when you click bin, it goes into the bin, and it might have been a mistake, and you can recover it. What you can't do, if I click the bin here, I've got no title on this, but I can restore it if I want, or I can delete it permanently by going there. Once you put something in the bin, it is best to go to the bin, as long as you do want to restore it, and delete it permanently. And one of the reasons for that is you cannot use the same title twice on something. So within your all posts, we have this title. Now if you use the same title as that whilst something's in the bin, what will happen is it will then add number 2 to it, so it doesn't become correct. So let's just log into that. Let's edit it. First of all, let's click that in a new tab to view it, and then click this, and we will edit it. Now in the edit page, you'll see that you have a selection of items here. This is the title of the page, and it's quite important to make sure that the URL here is the same as the title. If it isn't, because sometimes you don't put the title in first, it just comes up with gobbledygook page 1, 2, 3, 4. All you do is copy this, edit there, and then paste it into there. This healing treatment is a preset category that I've made. We can change that, and we can add more to it. You're never going to use the classic editor. That doesn't work. You're going to use into the Step Into Group Builder. And on the page, this is where you add your text and some other things, but I'll cover those in a second. At the bottom, you don't need to cover this, except you must make sure that the template is blog post template. And if you want to hide the page because you're testing it, come down here a bit further, you will see that we've got a rapid SEO indexer. This is so we can index the website really quick. But let's say you want to hide it from the sitemap because you're testing on the page and you don't want anything. It's a page and you just want to play with the page to learn how to do it. And just simply put a tick in there, and when you publish it at the top here, oops, skipped past, you'll see you've got some choices for publishing. Visibility is public, but what you want to do is click that and make it private by clicking that, and in that way it will not be seen by anybody. It won't appear on your website, it won't appear in the blog post, and only you can look at it. So on the other side here we have the text. In the text box is the text for that particular blog post. So I click on the box and we can slide it up by using this, and now you can see is all of the posts that we put in. You do have to be careful when you're copy and pasting from either a website or a Word document, because coding can actually stay in here. So what you should do is open up a notepad, copy and paste the text into Notepad. That will remove the coding. There should be no smiley faces, there should be no special characters. Of course pound signs is okay, but emojis is not. It won't take that. So once that's done, you can do what you want within here with standard editing. Let's cover this, human beings. Let's highlight that. We can bold it, we can italicize it, we can change the font, we can change the size of it, and we can change the layout, standard kind of WYSIWYG. Once that's done and you're happy with it, then save it. You can give it a title as well as an element title. So if I just put title here, you'll see where that comes up. So we're going to save that, and you see I've got title here because sometimes you're going to have maybe more than one box here. If you want more boxes here, you can do two things. You can click this little icon here and it will duplicate it. I can delete that box as well, or you can insert a new row, or you can insert an element in here, and you do have choices, some elements. You can have a heading element, you can add an image, and you can add a button and quite a few other things, and you're quite welcome to play with these, but I wouldn't overuse them because everything's pre-set up for your site. The only thing you might want to use is a heading from time to time if you have a long piece and you want to add new headings and make the layout quite nice for it. And after that's all done, all you do is publish it. You can preview the changes by clicking this, and you would update it. Now the first time, on the very first page that you make, it's publish, and after that it becomes an update. Now we have categories, and as your blog moves on, you're going to want to add new categories. One might be depression or anxiety and so on. So to do that, you just simply add a new category here if you're on the page, or you can preset categories here and you can add new categories in here. So you just put the new category, and if you want it under one, like healing treatment, might be healing treatment depression, healing treatment anxiety, you can layer it. So if I put it under healing treatment and click new category, you'll see that it's dropped under it. It's not a primary category. If you want as the primary category, let's edit it. It's under healing treatment. I don't want it. I want nothing. And I'm going to update that and go back to categories. And you can see it's now a primary category. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, so let's open your page, your blog post page, all posts, this is the page here. So this is the actual blog page that we've just been working on. The sidebar is all set up. This is the title as you would have put in the title, as I mentioned to you. Because you're logged in, it will be yourself. The date will automatically come up. You can change that. I'll show you that in a second. And then automatically is your bio down here with an image. There's a click through to Facebook as well. Now with dates, let's go back to edit this again. You can preset dates because maybe you want to put an article in every week and you've got time on your hands to do it right now. So this particular article, I can forward the date, and I just simply edit here. This is published on the 16th of January, but if I click that, I can change the date here, and I can put it into March, for example. So it's the 16th of March. So what will happen is, once you update it, on the 16th of March, at this time, 23:15, it will automatically appear on your one. So if we want to do a new post, let's click here. Now, first of all, you're going to put a title in here, and this is a new post title. We're going to use the page builder, and now you can see automatically here it's got new post page title there. It's in uncategorized category. And I want to insert an element. All I have to do is insert a row, and the element I want is a text element here. Now it's pre-populated with some text as demo text, which is that there. That's where you would copy and paste your text in that. I'm going to save that, and further down I can see categories, and I want that to go into healing treatment, for example. And let's go down a bit further. I want to set a featured image. So it's good to have an image. You can either use images in your media library already, and you just click on it and save it, or you can upload a new image. To upload a new image, you simply get the image and drag it and drop it here, and it will find its place in there. And that's all you have to do. So I'm just going to use one in your library right now. So let's just use that one, for example. Set as featured image. Okay, you can see it's there. Do I want to hide this page? No, I'm not going to. This is just for testing it. And don't worry about these here. These are to gain Google points down there. I will show you that sometime in the future once you have a few more blog posts. Let's go up here. I want to do it right now, so I'm going to save the post. There it is. Let's view the post, which obviously you should do all the time to make sure that everything's looking good. Let's view it. Okay, it's opened up on the page. It's a new post title. That's the image that we put in. It was made by you because I'm logged in as you on the 27th. And here you can see recent post. That was the previous one over here. And new post title is the new one there. And recent post normally has about 5, and then it rolls over. Categories, we only have one category at the moment, healing treatment, and that's it. That was the gobbledygook that we put in, and you're underneath. So that's your blog post done. If we go onto the blog page itself, we will have the existing post that we added, and it will have the new one. It's a little bit short here because it's set at 200 words and the title of the post. So if your post title is 1 line, as that is, obviously it's going to be 2 lines short on that. And then as you move along in the archives, everything that you've posted in January, everything in February will be listed, and this will roll down to I think 8 or 10 blog posts, and then it will paginate at the bottom, and as life goes on with your blog post, it will just keep going and going. And of course, somebody, when they click on here, it will open it up into the full blog post. So let's just go back into this area here. This one here, there we go. So pages, let's look at pages. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to delete this in a second as well. I'm going to bin this draft. And here is your About Me, all your preset pages, which pretty much you won't need to touch, but everything is pretty much the same. We would, if we want to do edit the About Me, I click on the edit, and when it's open, it will open with layers on this page, because this is set up slightly different. But here is the text. Here you've got your image on the side, it's overlaid there. If you wanted to change the About Me, don't change anything else on the page because that's all preset, but you can change the text here. You find what you want to change and open it up, and it will be the About You. Let's pull it up a little bit here, and here, this is your page. So if there's something you want to add, delete or change on that, you can do that. Everything is exactly the same. Save it afterwards, and then you have to save the page afterwards as well. And that's it. So give that a try. What I would suggest that you do is go to a post, add a new post, and where it has new post title here, in fact I'm going to do it for you right now. I'm going to edit it, and in the edit over here I'm going to click, when I get down a bit further, I'm going to hide from the sitemap, and over here I'm going to make the visibility private and click OK for that, and then update it. And hopefully when we go back to your pages and your blog, it's gone. It doesn't show up because it's hidden, and only you can see it once you're logged in. And I would suggest you use that page that we have there just to simply have a go and play around with it. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Have fun.